Yo, I was to jail. Yo, Kaden, you can say what's up to the gym. Say, say what's up. Yeah. Right now we playing 2K. My goal is for today is probably get to like 70 to 80 overall. I'm 63 right now. We about to go to the court. We about to go to the court and shit. I just did a game already. I'm cool. I'm gonna go to the court. I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna for me.
Hey, it's great to see you. I'm Chris Manning, and I'm thrilled to see you. It's. Oh my god. I could too. But I'm not a second material.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You see it.
You spent a lot of time thinking about this, didn't you?
Yeah, only my entire life. Now, did you want something, or were you just coming in here to... Don't want to leave Coach waiting?
He must love you.
That's not the impression I get.
Guys, he's big. Very good. Hey. Hey. I'll go to that spindle. Go to that spindle.
Where the fuck is that shit at?
You're next to it, right here. You just passed it.
What?
Go backward. Go behind you. Right there. Right there. West. You see where? Wait, stop right there. You see where these are at? There, yes.
This?
Go to one of them.
This?
Yeah. Yes. Hey, clickers.
Why?
Like it will win. I'm going out there to get something. First piece on Blake Blow. Piece on Blake Blow. Okay.
That's the best here.
And this one broke too. Oh, true. Yeah, right. Hey, look at this. I don't think. Okay.
You should have tried to dunk it.
Don't leave, Chuck Duncan. Yeah. Don't leave, Chuck Duncan. Yes.
You said what?
Which one?
Took my time to get this shine, but I still skipped the line. I realized I'm still on my mind. I guess
Blue is the best color.
Feeling you, MP.
Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it in anticipation of this big game. Welcome, sports fans. One thing Shams here talked about, banning top 10 pick protections in trades. Bulls making a change here. MV's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Christie's checked in for Klay Thompson. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Christie is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the three.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And here's Davis for three. Here's Lively. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Back to MP. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Maverick shooting an alarming 21% to get things going here. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
everything has to be more specialized now in the organization, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. The teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between the top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to speed.
Oh, you framed that so well. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. The three from Davis. Conley grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Nice hustle from Conley that time. When the break is available, he really gets after it.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. Dallas moving the ball around, and the shot goes in.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. MP fires from way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Pass to Christie. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
From 17 feet out, that one misses. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. But Timberwolves on top, up 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right here. They've got Klay Thompson. Martin is out there with Washington. Then there's Hardy, and it's Christie in at the 3 spot. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching the players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on the field.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Money from the wing. MP's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
At this stage of his young career, MP knocking down jumpers, that is very encouraging.
Hardy passes to Washington. Can't hit from in close. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for McDaniels. And it's Edwardson for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Dallas also making some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Washington. Anthony Davis comes in for Hardy. Davis is subbed in for Klay Thompson. MP fires from way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Davis. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
That trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped them from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Christie the pass to Martin. The 19-footer is on the money. Martin's got 4 points this quarter. Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Randall's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Now let's take a moment. Thank you for being with us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. MP comes in for Michael Conley. Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. Christie comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. We've got Randall. MP out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. And it's Reed in its center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Marshall gets the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Reed kicks to MP. Launches a three. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
There was fire in MP's eyes when he let that shot go. And you knew when it left his hands, it was good.
Lively. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the net.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The first one falls. To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact. But, boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player.
Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Marshall. Fires from deep. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And a wide open look for MP. It's good. This game is all even. MP's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Hey, everybody's got a 3-shot now. MP's is looking really nice.
Dallas has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Martin inside. Defended by Alexander Walker. Martin with the bucket. Martin's got 6.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Pass to MP. Launches it from deep. The shot will not fall. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's Dallas. They lead by a bucket. From Target Center, back in a moment. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Marty is out there with Christie. Then there's P.J. Washington. Then there's Caleb Martin. And it's Prosper in the power forward. MP passes to Alexander Walker. Here's MP. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. And Gobert kicks to MP. From deep three-point land. Pass to Minot. MP outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Joe Ingles is checked in for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 5. MP outside. From deep three-point territory. Kept alive, Minnesota. From deep Ingles. Nailed from three-point land. Ingles has got his first 3 points of the game.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Einard's checked in, and it's Clark in for Dante DiVincenzo. Davis is checked in for the Mavericks. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Now here's Hardy, defended by Alexander Walker.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And here's MP for three. The shot missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
To tie it up. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Washington. Outside, Martin. Down low, knocked loose. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And here's MP for three. A rebound by Washington.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Anthony Davis showing you he's in control when the spotlight is on.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game.
We can get that one back next time.
Mama, there goes that man.
MP in the house.
That's it.
I see you doing work.
Man. Here we go. Yo, what you doing here in Plainview, man?
I live here now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation of Illinois Club League Basketball. I'm Joe Lamy, joined by Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Some of the future stars of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them and can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other. And most days, that would be his shot. I'm not sure what the credit goes for the miss.
Certainly not to the defense. They're very fortunate that didn't go in, considering the room they gave him.
Zadirko's shot is good.
Zadirko is an absolute dog inside. He wants that fight close to the hoop.
Outside James. Passes to Wells. Patrick Wells misses another. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a 5-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor, because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
MP outside. From the stripe. And it's Timmerman with the board.
That's a smart shot by the offense, even if it didn't go.
Yeah, he shouldn't hesitate to take it again.
From downtown, and Wells gets it to go.
This is Wells' calling card, honestly. He is a certified dagger from downtown.
From deep, it's MP. Hits the three-pointer.
And comes right back with a three of his own.
Looking to match the three they just made, I love it.
And with the high school season now in the rearview mirror, for many of these players, they are solely focused on club play.
And winning on the club circuit is their only goal as of now. I'd expect that to mean the games are going to be a little bit more chippy because of that.
Now here's MP. 5 points in the game, pure from three-point range.
What focus from MP at the arc. He doesn't want to waste one of his team's possessions.
Here's Wells. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Defensively, I'd like to see a little more pressure on the shot. Good look from mid-range.
MP outside. Tries it from 19. And the Dynasty tack on 2 more. The Wolfpack trail. Swings it to Stauffer. Back to Wells. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Dynasty.
And you look at the Dynasty, MP has led the charge all season long. He's been a huge factor for them.
Without a doubt, he has rejuvenated the team this season. A standout for the Dynasty as soon as he joined. They get it again. Zadirko gets the bucket.
Zadirko lives for the physical play. He goes right at the throat of the defense on that one.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. Patrick Wells misses another.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy, it's been lacking. Try something different, if you ask me.
Count that bucket.
Well, MP, just making that jumper look real easy out there.
Their offense has stagnated.
It's been hard to watch. They need a bucket, and soon. It's almost like he's trying to make things harder on himself. He's stuck in quicksand. Work around it and get an easier shot.
Now here's MP. 12 points for him.
That's a good shot from him. The offense should be happy with the chance they created.
And we've talked about the heated interactions of these teams before. It's a result of history and proximity.
Oh, yeah. The bad blood comes from getting in each other's faces way too often over the years. Certainly doesn't help they operate out of the same region in Illinois.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Zach Timmerman outside. Yes, and it's Patrick Wells picking up the assist.
Yeah, Timmerman has good mechanics for his age, so he's able to let that three-pointer rip.
MP outside. From deep. The shot off that time. Swings it to Stauffer. Off target from three-point range. The Dynasty with the lead. MP outside from past the arc. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He shot the ball 12 times so far. MP has been something else this first half. Well on his way to a huge game. And with a showcase game like this in tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
And the Wolfpack have possession. 8-point game. Wells, no good.
And he cannot wait for this quarter to come to an end.
Seems like nothing is bouncing his way, no matter what he tries.
Again, MP missing.
He just flat out missed it. And this is a shot he can make.
To the inside. Wells, no good. Passes to MP. For 3. And it's Timmerman with the board. Goes up at the elbow. Patrick Wells misses another.
Dynasty coach Duncan Carter has worked to impart a sense of focus in this ongoing rivalry. The rivalry of these teams is well documented, and he wants his club to continue their winning ways.
Yeah, Danny, he knows that the way the games have swung between these two sides is a dynamic rivalry. He would like the Dynasty to play at a heightened intensity for this one. The Dynasty call time here.
Substitution for the Wolfpack. Time call.
Here's MP. He's got 18. Offline from the top of the key.
When you get that kind of look from the defense, you have to let it fly.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. The Dynasty grab the miss.
Even with every shot clanging off the iron, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. Might be time to take a step in.
Here's MP. And he gets that one to go off the front of the rim and in. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
Now here is Zerdirko. And here's MP on the outside. The second chance effort. And Zerdirko lays it up and in.
Oh, and Zerdirko showing a nice touch around the basket.
Now Wells. 11 points on the game so far. Michael Stauffer for 3. Shoots the 3. Kept alive. And he gets the bucket to go.
They didn't hustle on the boards right there, and that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, not active enough, and they need to learn from this mistake or it will keep happening.
And here's MP on the outside. Goes back up, and the basket by Zerdirko.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. Kept alive by the Wolfpack. Swings it to Stauffer. Yes, and it's Patrick Wells picking up the assist.
Trouble brewing whenever Stauffer's hitting from distance. He's developing a well-rounded game.
1 second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From deep, it's MP. Second chance shot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. And he'll go to the line.
Second team foul. At the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Zerdirko is a prototypical guy that any team would love to have. He's big, he's physical, and he's chasing blocks on D.
Left side, Stauffer. Shoots over Hawkins. Off target on the 15-footer. And so that's the end of the first half. Dynasty ahead. They're up by 8. And more basketball to come after this short break. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals, so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Now here's Stauffer. Wells outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer's offline. And now the Dynasty with it. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And here's MP on the outside. The three ball. Yes, and it's Brett Hawkins picking up the assist.
MP is ready to fire when called upon. Locked and loaded from all areas of the court.
Pass over to Robinson. Wells, three-pointer. And it's Fisher with the rebound.
And we're here in the gym in the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
Wells gets it to go.
Wells is just an active scorer all over the court. If you give him the mid-range jumper, he'll take that.
And the Dynasty call time here. They have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely. And they haven't faced much resistance from the D.
And here's MP on the outside. Sinks it from distance.
We've seen it from him over and over, but it never tires watching MP just ball out.
They really need a bucket right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been a while since they've scored last.
Time called as the Wolfpack decide to talk things over. Passes to Wells. This one for three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him. And I
We don't talk about that. I was talking to my friend. That's the only reason he took the ball.
Plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
Now here's Stauffer. James up top. Stauffer.
Zadirko has some absolute clamps and loves shutting a guy down. He just loves being challenged as a defender.
MP defended by Stauffer. On the wing, Brett Hawkins. Another three for the Dynasty.
D's got to do a little better. That's a high percentage shot if they don't get right in his face.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. Nails the three-pointer.
Well, I'll tell you what. He can give as good as he gets.
We are seeing some gamesmanship now. Answers right back with the three of his own.
Now here's MP. He's got 29 in this game.
You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. Now it's Carter outside. Over Dillard. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. Down low. Luan. The shot's good. Dillard making a switch here.
Jason Jr. Danny Cobb.
And so here it's the Wolfpack.
Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Here's Carter. Can't hit it from 12 feet. Dillard with it. And Levesque will pick him up defensively. And here's MP on the outside. Knocks down the triple. And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
Clock at 2. And here's Joe Levesque outside. They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest.
And it's MP missing. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's Junior with the rebound. And here's MP. There's the triple. Levesque grabs the board.
That's a break for the D. He's not the guy to leave open out there on the perimeter.
Yeah, that's a breakdown, plain and simple. But they got away with it.
Now here's Levesque. Carter's shot is off that time.
Well, all game long, we've seen the passion that these teams have played with. No let up, no quit from anyone on the roster.
Yeah, passion is definitely one way to say it. Nothing that we can repeat on air, but it certainly seems beyond a little friendly ribbon.
They are desperate for a score here, to say the least.
Their last score getting farther and farther away. They need to get something going.
Carter gets the bucket.
I mean, look, if you're going to give Carter the three-point shot, he's going to take that. Nice job capitalizing there.
And they double up MP. Junior. Back to MP. And Cordova over to help. And a bit of a battle for the ball, and the officials signal a jump ball right now. And the Wolfpack making a change here.
Substitution for the Wolfpack, Patrick Wells.
MP up top, 6 to shoot. And here's Eric Dillard outside. The three-pointer goes. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
Now here's Carter.
2 minutes.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. That shot off the mark.
The defense has to be thrilled to see him shooting those threes. He's been brutal this half.
And here's MP on the outside. Another 3 for the Dynasty.
Well, Danny, it's pretty obvious what they discussed at halftime.
Everything offensively has been perimeter-oriented.
Pass to Fresh. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. Shot on the wing. And that one comes up a bit short.
Coach can't disagree at all with the shot selection.
Now here's Carter, covered by Junior. Back to Wells. Inside, Fresh. Goes up again. The Dynasty grab the miss.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
They're in complete control.
Just about everything they're doing has been working out.
And that one's good from MP.
That's what you want from MP. Nice to see him being aggressive and looking for his own shot.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. Drains the triple.
You're just asking for more trouble than you can handle if you let him roam free in three-point range.
Right there!
Here's MP. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
He just flat out missed it. And this is a shot he can make.
And Patrick Wells outside. It's Junior with the rebound. And they can just sit on the ball here.
They've earned the win.
And it's MP missing. Wells outside. That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continued their amazing start to the season and now stand at 12-0. Great win for them here.
Your support is what makes athletic events like this possible.
on?
I kind of focus on
Congrats to MP on his first 20-point game. I remember the first time I scored 20 in college. An amazing feeling. Tough debut for MP, but great players bounce back from bad games. And he's a great player.
Hand up off the ball. Hand over off the ball. Okay. Hand up. Hey.
Wow. I can't. All right, thanks for coming in. Come back anytime.
Blue is the best color.
Yeah, I'm about to go to okay, down here, Tom, down here, just drop this to so confused.
Young Wayne, right?
MP, what's up, man?
some hoops to some tunes and the dunes. I'm Young Wayne, the MC, and Cole Mills, they dropping the beats for us. Let's hear it. The man of the hour, the guy everyone wants to see. Let's turn up the volume and shake the place for the one, the only MP.
Let's go.
Try again. If you still fail, there's one baller that knows exactly how you feel. That's little Danny Dunkman. Here we go.
What's Joe? Best as what? Us. Or
There's other guys out there, you know. Use them. Can't leave these guys wide open. Gotta keep shooting, I guess.
City butt. They got mine.
Zipping that ball around.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that's the move. Peace.
Hey, superstar, you got help out there. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. I just noticed I played them. That's for real. That's for real. Please. Please. That's it. What's that? Word. Hold on, yo. How much is my strength?
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Ian, the girls okay? What's wrong? You were sleeping?
No.
What was wrong?
Nothing.
Did they eat?
My mom made food.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. And for Minnesota, Conley and Eyan are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how...
Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Gordon outside. Pick by Murray. 4-3. Gordon can't hit. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
And that was a tough loss. 1 or 2 breaks go their way, and it's a totally different outcome.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
And yeah, Randle is absolutely a threat from in between. Something that D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Murray against Conley. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. And again, it's Denver missing. Coach, another guy that symbolizes the rise of Canadian basketball, Jamal Murray. What an impact he's making.
Yeah, Brian, I'd say even more than just making an impact. This Canadian guard can actually carry an offense on his own.
Outside Porter. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And again, it's Denver missing.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Inside. Shot to stop the run. Now Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Aaron Gordon fits perfectly with this team because of his lunch pail approach. Coach Michael Malone said, I think Aaron Gordon is a prime example of somebody who's truly selfless. He does the dirty work for us, and a lot of times he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Brian, not today.
That's right. Good call, Allie. Thank you.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
That one goes in.
Well, when Jokic gets it low, he's so hard to dislodge. You can bump him all you want, but it's usually no use.
Randle outside. Back to Conley. The rebound by Murray. Nuggets trail by 3. Pass to Westbrook. Gordon with it. Now here's Jokic. Reid defending. Fade away. Reid with the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Now here's Conley. Outside Reid. Takes the 3. Minnesota again missing. Porter the pass to Murray. Jokic the screen. 3-pointer. Murray, no good. Minnesota leading by 3. Right side Conley. Here's Randall. And it's Denver with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan. Well, when Gordon's team makes it this easy for him, of course he's going to throw it down hard.
Edwards looking for an opening. Pass to Conley. Reed a screen on Murray to win the drought. And that's not going to go. That's the end of the first quarter. And not much scoring. It remains close. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 1. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Dante DiVincenzo out there with MP. Then there's Rudy Gobert. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Najee, he's checked in for Pickett.
Number 22, Zeke Najee.
Here's Strother. Pass to Jordan. Here's Strother. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for Denver. Denver in the lead. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And so MP will bring it up for Minnesota. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. Here's Strother. He's got 5. Pass to Jordan. To the inside. Called in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 4. From outside the arc. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. The Nuggets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second quarter. The pass to Westbrook. And, yep, it's good.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
And here's MP. 20 points for him last game against Dallas. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. Lineout's checked in for McDaniels. And a switch here also for Denver. Murray's checked in. DiVincenzo against Westbrook. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Yeah, we all know Murray is a shooter, but look out. He can finish, too.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Minot, and it's Edwards in for Alexander Walker. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Here's a look at the schedule for Denver. On Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors.
And for that game against the Thunder, that will be game number 8 on the schedule for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things by then.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. And a switch here also for Denver. Strawther's checked in for Porter Jr. The three is up. And he buries his first look.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Randle, good.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
Pass to Edwards. High arcing shot. That one drops for him.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Outside Watson to the paint. Here's Westbrook. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. And here's Reed. Back to Conley. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Conley's got 5.
Look at the toughness from Conley. He's seen a lot in this league and won't go down easy.
Westbrook, Minnesota with a rebound.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's Randle. Randle draws the double, takes a 3, and Conley with the 3. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Outside Watson, down low, and finished off by Westbrook.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point land. It's not going to go for him.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back to the game after this break.
Welcome to this early season edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Before we analyze that first half, we get to check out the power rankings.
You know, right now for Denver, they're still a team that could be dangerous, but they're having trouble playing at their best every night.
Them here early in the season. All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They're not applying enough pressure offensively. Very little presence inside. Too much reliance on long jumpers.
You know how I feel about this.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. We've seen Mike Conley really having a great game.
He has come out energized, and as a result, he's been crushing it offensively.
Great to see him playing up to his full potential. This will do so much for his confidence.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Will stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Michael Malone. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Murray out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Jokic in it to 5. To the middle. Here's Randall. Good work defensively by Gordon.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Oh, he's a load inside. Jokic finishing strong.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Conley finds McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Get up, Anthony Edwards.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Gordon outside. Jacks up a 3. And Conley grabs the miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Off target at the rim.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Back to Murray. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Murray's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Now Conley. Give him 8. Outside Edwards. Edwards so good inside.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Outside Porter. Pass to Gordon. The 3 ball. Pure from 3-point range. Gordon's got 5.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. MP's checked in for Minnesota. All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I think if we could get guys like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, that would be fantastic. But it's got to be the names out there that people know.
Shot clock at 6. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Strawther's checked in for Denver. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And the dunk by Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago. In the third spot, Minnesota.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
Denver leading by 13. To the paint. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And Minnesota making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it. And you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
Murray, that one drops, and it comes off in a... This from Porter. Porter's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, that's Jamal Murray's game in a nutshell. A score-first guard with great confidence.
And it's Porter with the ball for Denver. A 17-point lead, their biggest. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home. That game starts a nice 5-game homestand for them. MP outside. Can they get it? It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Porter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh, there's the alley. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops.
Gobert's checked in for Reed. Najee, he's checked in for Denver. Watson comes in for Jamal Murray. Timberwolves trail by 19. MP way outside. Another miss by Minnesota.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Randall, the pass to Alexander Walker. And he gets the bucket. Alexander Walker's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
Pass to Jokic. Over Gobert. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall. But he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And Denver making a change here. And Randall drops them both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Westbrook, the pass to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
We know Russ can do this. He's averaged double-digit assists numerous times in his career.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
With 1 on the clock. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Denver Nuggets looking in total control. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got MP. He's out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Nikhil Alexander-Walker out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Clark in at the 4-man spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. The Nuggets lead by 17. And a foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Westbrook against DiVincenzo. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
And Stan, after they traded for Rudy Gobert, it took some time for the Wolves to gel.
It did, Brian. He's a unique player, and it's a process. But obviously, a 14-win improvement last season, they have found their identity as a defensive juggernaut.
With all the attention that Murray gets, smart by Jamal to dish it on that play.
From about 19, MP. That one's good. Denver leading by 18. A foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Denver with a change here, too. Aaron Gordon's checked in for Strother. Watson passes to Gordon. DiVincenzo against Westbrook. They kick it out to Murray. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Watson. Murray. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill.
Hey, yo, bad play.
Season's not over. Plenty of time left.
I see a lot of people jumping on MP for all those turnovers. But everyone has bad games. Hoopers know. It's no big deal. I see a lot of people jumping on MP for all those turnovers. But everyone has bad games. Hoopers know. It's no big deal.
Mi amor, no te imaginas.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story on why y'all should never let your girl know who your friends are. So I was walking in Target with the girl I was talking to at the time because she was looking for a Stanley Cup. So as we was walking, I see a familiar looking figure from far away. So I looked close. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So today, y'all, I was ready to take some pictures, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm into fashion, if y'all ain't know. I like to put that shit on a lot. So I got these shoes in the mail today, right? And I was showing my mom my outfit, of course, per usual. She fucks with it, you know what I'm saying? And this time, she actually fucked with the shoe. But it was one thing. She looked at me, she talking about, I like the shoes, but I don't like the shoes. Like, it's confusing me a little bit. She talking about, it looked like your shoes got a vagina. I'm like, what? Then my dad pop out the cut. He talking about,
your shoes got a camel toe? Your shoes got a camel toe?
y'all not fucking. Or they hating. My mom was fucking with the shoes a little bit, but she was just asking why. My dad, though, he was drawing on me. He went from saying they look like they got a camel toe, a vagina. Then he started saying,
oh, you want to be a fucking horse? A fucking horse?
Bro, you not funny, bro. Like, nigga, I don't care. These shit's hard. Y'all can make fun of these bitches all you want. But yo, my real niggas know that these bitches hard. Talking about my shoes got a pussy. Alright, bro. So today, y'all, I was ready to take some. So look, y'all. One time I had this girl over my crib, right? And I originally thought she was going to stay at my crib till 12 because she was talking about she had to be home at a certain time. So we was sitting in my reclined chairs for a little bit, you feel me? But then she looked at me and she said, can you get me a drink? I'm like, yeah, baby.
E.
Yo.
To watch your stream, gang.
Huh?
I be see you. I watch your stream, son.
Yeah.
chemical reaction.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hello? Hello?